Michael, can you introduce yourself to the parole panel? Tell us your name and DOC number.
Michael Williams, DOC number 715166.
Stand by 1 second. Can y'all fix that? It keeps swapping. Okay. Mr. Williams, you're classified as a second felony offender, currently serving a 24-year sentence for simple burglary and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. You have a parole eligibility date, which was November 6, 2022. Your good time release date is January 16, 2025. Does that sound accurate? All right. Your case this morning has been assigned to Mrs. Jackson. Would you answer the questions?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
Fine, thank you. I have your case has been assigned to me, so we're going to talk about the crime, talk about you, and talk about going forward. How old are you, Mr. Williams?
26.
And how long have you been incarcerated on this case?
6.5.
What I'm showing. You originally got probation.
Ma'am.
Did you originally get probation on the charge?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long were you on probation before you got that new arrest for unauthorized use of a motor vehicle?
5 years probation.
I know that. But your probation got revoked, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I violated when I came back.
Just stop talking, listen to me. You got placed on probation for those 2 burglaries, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you had, according to what I see, you had only been on probation for 3 months before you got the new charge. Is that correct? Sound about right? You've been on probation for about 3 months, and then you got the unauthorized use of a movable that you got 5 years on, and they revoked your probation on the burglaries.
All right. I got the probation charge in 15. I took probation in 16, came back in 17.
Oh, okay. You say came back. Why did you come back?
Moving fast. I was still young.
Because you got another charge. That's why you came back.
Right.
And that was the unauthorized use of a movable.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to ask you, and you're either not listening or not understanding. When you got these burglaries, you got placed on probation, and that probation got revoked because you got a new arrest. And you hadn't been on probation very long before you picked up the new charge. Can we agree on that?
Yes, ma'am.
So you only pled guilty to 2 counts of burglary, but it's alleged that you and a group of individuals were breaking into vehicles and stealing what was in the cars, and you were actually arrested for 63 counts of burglary, but you ended up pleading guilty only to 2 counts. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the Tada gang?
Ma'am.
Can you not hear me?
I can hear the name you said.
Tada, T-A-D-A-H gang.
Tell you that that's one of my little friends that got killed.
Okay, and so what does that got to do with you all breaking in the cars?
They were just young. That really had nothing to do with him. Like we were just young. That was just the name we was going by.
Okay, so yeah. It was how many of you all were in the group going around breaking in the car?
Back then it was like it was a lot of us.
What do you call a lot?
A lot, say about 15 at the most.
And why were y'all doing that?
We ain't even had no reason.
Okay. Why weren't you working or in school?
I had came out from boot camp, I went to St. Paul, and that's on GED school. And I had got put out of there. So like I ain't never thought about going back at that time.
So why'd you get put out?
I don't know. And it was so long I can't remember.
Well, you know, I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr. Williams, you're not giving me a whole lot to work with here. You really aren't. Are you enrolled in any kind of programs right now?
Yes, ma'am. Since I've been incarcerated, I took 4 classes: risk management, thinking for a change, parenting, and risk management for a change, parenting, and anger management.
And what did you get out of thinking for a change?
They gave me a different, what's that word? Like a different look on life. Like since I've been gone, I've been in jail since I was 18, 19. And since I've been incarcerated, like I look at life totally differently.
In what way?
In a lot of ways, like I'm losing people, you know what I'm saying? And it's been a hill, and then going on the hill. You know, like,
Well, I mean, I agree with that, but I'm trying to understand what you learned that would help you not to come back.
hang around the same people. People who I thought that was there for me, like friend wise, they ain't there. You know what I'm saying? I was out there behind somebody who wasn't out there for me, who ain't doing nothing for.
You were behind them, but they were also behind you because you were doing the same thing they were doing. They weren't responsible for you being out there doing that. That was your choice.
Yeah, but we was blind. We was young.
So you didn't know that it was wrong to break into people's cars and steal their stuff?
Around the time we think, all right, around that time we was doing that, it was like, that was cool. That was cool, like. But as you get older and realize, like, when you go back on what you was doing, like, they ain't make no sense.
I agree with that. You lost 210 days of good time. Why'd you lose so much good time?
The first charge I got, the contraband charge, so they was talking about some notes. I had some notes inside my bed. And the second time, it was like, I can remember the second right up my head. Remember the third one should probably was like a fight or something. But like I wasn't really into the fight. I had 2 little partners that was fighting or whatever, and I came in and broke it up. So like on the camera, it was making it seem like I swung into the fight or whatever. So they just came, got all us and locked us up together.
Are you in work release?
Yes, ma'am.
You've been in work release.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been in work release?
I've been in work release like 6 months.
And where do you work?
I work at McDonald's in Moss Bluff in Lake Charles.
Do you have a GED?
No, ma'am. When I was getting my GED, when I've been incarcerated, they'll stop doing it. Like they'll stop doing them, then they'll restart them again. But how they was doing it, like when we used to write them, they already had a schedule made. So I ain't never fell in the schedule.
So ultimately, Mr. Williams, what's your plan for your life?
Working.
Doing what?
What I'm doing now at McDonald's, I have a plan coming back on out here. And I'm in the process of trying to be a manager.
Even a manager at McDonald's doesn't make a lot of money.
Right.
You live on that, really. And what kind of, who's in the room with you?
Me, Connie, working admin.
Okay. Can you tell me what programs y'all offer up there?
Well, they just started pipe fitting classes through Sowella Tech, and they have all different kinds.
Well, I might need to know what they are. Not just trade programs, but other programs as well.
I I'm really not sure what you're asking. Like what else they offer GED classes here,
See,
stuff
yeah,
like
they're taking Thinking for a Change. What other programs like that do y'all offer?
what else do we offer besides just GED?
Do what now?
GED classes. What other?
You've got
Well, the pipe fitting and the culinary and what
the
the
reentry.
Reentry.
You got substance abuse.
substance abuse.
The cage of rage, which is anger management.
Yeah, anger management. He said he could.
Do they have victim awareness?
I believe so. I do believe that is one of the classes.
He took 4.
Hold on, I have to find out. Let me find out.
She's gonna go get some more information.
Victim awareness.
Victim awareness, yeah.
Victim awareness is included in the reentry classes.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
I understand.
Okay.
Is he in work release at the choice of the institution or at his choice?
Did they give you choices?
No, I was everything.
I know, but
I'm saying.
is there other choices that was given to you besides just here, you can work at McDonald's?
Other choice.
It was, yeah.
Well, I had somebody earlier who said that once they put you in work release, that's the institution's decision. You can't refuse work release. That's what I'm asking. Does he have the option of refusing work release?
You didn't have no other option? No, not at the time, probably no other options available.
Yeah.
But you can talk to Mr. Alamo and get into something else, even though it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great call.
And they were going there, they had a lot of jobs was full.
Oh, the other ones were full, okay. Yeah, but there, I mean, he could apply and talk to the man that's in charge of the jobs and stuff.
I'm not so much interested in the job. It's a job working at McDonald's. It's not really going to do him much good. Instead of being in work release, he needs to be in some program. And he can't do that if he's in work release. So he needs to be in some programs because he's got a lot of work on himself that needs to be done. And he can't do it if he's in work release. And that's what my question is. Instead of being in work release, can he be put in some of the programs that he needs to take in order to, better himself? Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I have.
And so if he works, he can still do programs, or would you do the programs full time?
No.
You can work and still do classes. Yeah.
Okay. That's what we were trying to get at. Okay.
So,
All right. Question. We have some of your family, Mr. Williams wants to speak on your behalf. We have Travis Judson, your brother-in-law, who wants to speak. Mr. Judson.
How you doing?
Good. Tell us what you want us to know.
I mean, basically me and Mike have been talking a lot lately, and I can see the big change in him. And I really would like him to come down and work with me, but he's been talking about that, about his job out there in Lake Charles and how he like it, want to become a manager and stuff like that. But I would love him to come back down here and be a manager out here for me. But I mean, me and Michael talked a lot. We talked about how some of the guys that he was friends with, they're not around no more. And like he said, he was telling me actually last week, like, hey, man, I thought a lot of these guys were my friends, stuff like that. And life lesson. I think he learned a lot.
Yes, sir. And you're in Baton Rouge?
Yes, I'm in Gonzales.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. And we have Mrs. Tammy Matthews wants to speak.
Yes, this is Tammy Matthews.
Go ahead, ma'am.
I believe that my son is ready to come home. Michael has, to me, has shown me a tremendous change with himself and with life, and he wants to do better. Yes, he has made some mistake, as we all have done, and we have to learn from them. Yes, Michael will do better. He will improve himself. He will continue his education as well as work. And I know that my son can do this here. No, he's not going to be affiliated with anyone because they are not around. And I just believe that we all is entitled for for second chances to be able to live our life and to do better and to show better.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your remarks.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, is there anything you'd like to say to us before we vote?
No, man.
Oh.
Really, I just want to tell you, like, I'm just ready. I'm just ready to show y'all.
Okay. We are ready to vote. Mr. Johnson?
Michael, you're still a young man. You're only 26 years old. But I don't think you've matured to the same extent that you should be matured at 26 years old. I don't think you have the tools that you need to get out and be successful. And ultimately, that's what we want too. We want you to be successful. I don't want you to just get out and, fall back into old ways because you don't have tools that you need to help you learn how to make better decisions. And I would suggest to your mom that you guys, you were placed on probation. You weren't put in prison. That was your second chance when you got arrested and you had all those burglaries and they let you plead to 2 counts and you got placed on probation. You got a second chance and you blew it. You went out and you went back, same thing, messing with cars, with somebody's car. And there are consequences to actions. Yes, everybody makes mistakes, but everybody doesn't continue to commit criminal activity. But you need to grow up. You need to learn to understand yourself. You need to have some job skills. And you have the opportunity to be in programs that give you job skills that maybe you can make $20 an hour. $25 an hour. That's what you should aspire to, because even the manager of McDonald's doesn't make really enough money to live successfully. And so you need to raise your expectations, raise your vision. I just don't think today is the day. I think you need to get into more programs. You need a GED. You don't even have a GED. I don't think you're going to get to be a manager at McDonald's if you don't have a GED and you don't have the maturity to understand that yet. That's what I mean about you haven't grown up enough. You may want to be a manager, but without a GED, I doubt very seriously if you're going to get the opportunity to be elevated for that position. So while you're incarcerated, you need to take advantage of every opportunity, every program that they have to equip you when you get out to be successful, because that's what we want for you, success. So my vote today is to deny, one, because of your poor disciplinary history since you've been incarcerated, and you need more programs. I'm going to encourage you, if you can stay and work release and do programs, then do the programs. But if it comes down to a choice between work release and the program, wisdom would dictate that you go with the program, because those are the things that are going to help you when you get out. So that's my vote. Mr. Freeman.
Okay, Michael, my vote today would be to grant with a curfew from 10 to 6 a.m. unless it interferes with work, and to obtain your GED.
Okay, Michael. My vote would also be to grant after you completed victim awareness in the pre-release, 100 hours pre-release. And then after release, special condition to work on the GED. You know, in your case, let me see. Yeah, right. Your vote would have to be unanimous. And that's because you don't have a GED. So you've received 2 votes to grant, 1 to deny. So today your parole's been denied. I encourage you to follow Mrs. Jackson's advice. You ask everybody, every staff member you see what programs you can get into, particularly the GED. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.